Hey guys, we're here at the test ground at the warehouse and the office, just checking out everything we've got here. And decided we'd make a video on showing you some of the things we have growing here. And this is our record buck beans, and this is our new Liberty Link, Liberty Ready and Roundup Ready beans. But you can see the height of these things is just incredible. Love seeing tonnage like this, especially on farms, where people are actually feeding deer. We're right here in town, so we don't have as much browse here. We didn't have to fence them, even though we did have deer coming and eating them down pretty good. But this is summer success. You can see the sun hemp's already blooming here. You can see some of the ash anemone and Atlas clover growing down here, but this is not proper maintenance, of course. Had this been on my farm or anybody's farm, this should have been mowed down before it got this out of hand. The deer probably would have mowed it down for you, but in the event they didn't, you'd mow it down, because what's happening now, the sun hemp's so aggressive, it's growing taller than the ash anemone and Atlas clover and stuff, and it's kind of drowning it out. But I could still salvage it probably if I came here and mowed the top side of this, but for testing reasons, I'm not going to. I want to let this get a little further out of hand and see what happens. We've got our new duck blend right here. It looks kind of rough. I'll admit, when I planted it, I put out too many seed per acre here to see what it would do in this kind of situation, like a dry land situation, but it looks good. But again, this is our test ground, so we're testing it out. But the duck blend's already been proven. It's a really neat blend of different millets and rice and things that people have been using for years. So really good choice there that we're doing in partnership with Halo Waterfowl. This is our spring mix we've been working on. It's got a mix of everything you could possibly want. Been a real neat product that people are really liking. You can see the sunflowers popping up and the corn, and there's some grain sorghum, peas, soybeans. This is a product I really don't care to talk about right now. Something we've been working on for a little while. We're just checking it out. Like I said, this is our test area, but this is a thing this year that people have been really excited about. This is our field shield. You can see the height of this stuff. I'm 6 foot tall, and you can see what it's doing here. Of course, we're right on the edge, so there's some smaller plants here, but you can imagine with this bright colored shirt, it wouldn't take me long to get out in there and vanish. And that's just what it's for. It's to make soft edges on big food plots or entry and exit points, blinding your fields. You can take, like, just say you got a round food plot. I've done this before many times. You got a round food plot, you can plant the edges however deep you want to, and then plant a strip across the middle. And of course, you're planting on each side, and right before season, just get out there and stomp your trail in 20 yards in front of your stand if you're bow hunting, and the deer just hourglass right through it. It works great. This stuff does 4,000 foot, 10 foot long, or 10 foot wide, 4,000 foot long, rather, one bag. Or if you're doing 2,000 foot long, you could be 20 foot wide. But really neat, affordable product to do those things we just mentioned, and also put a ton of organic matter in the ground. And if you got a spot that's kind of weak, just real sandy or something, you want to build that organic matter up, you can see all the foliage here that would be good for that. Guys, plant dates are something that a lot of people worry about. We deal with people on it all the time, and it's very important. A lot of times we'll see guys planting too early, but then you get the questions about guys planting too late. And a lot of guys think, especially like in the fall, these are summer crops we're discussing here, but a lot of guys think in the fall that there's like a 30-day countdown or something coming up to deer season, to where if it's inside of that 30 days, they think it's too late to plant, but it's just not true. Look at farming practices. Those guys are trying to make seed. Most of the time we're trying to make just foliage, but you see how tall these beans are right here. These have been planted for a minute, probably late April, to take advantage of the cooler weather and rain, but it's not too late to plant stuff like this. We've still got beans. Guys will still be planting. Guys that know what they're doing will still be planting. A lot of guys are planting beans later like this to get that tender growth coming up, just so they can hunt over it. Same thing with field shield over there we were looking at. And you can still make really good plants right now, as long as we don't hit drought, but it's so affordable, you're still going to get some of that edge you want and some of that soft edge you want. But y'all check out forestwildlife.com for more details.